Joy Burnett. Welcome to TFS Podcast. We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
For those who don't know you, could you just introduce yourself, like what you do, what kind of content you film, and just all of the above?
Yes. Hi, everyone. So my name is Joy Burnett. I am a beauty and lifestyle creator, mostly on TikTok, but also on Instagram a little bit. I do primarily like curly hair content, giving tutorials, giving advice, and just like overall showing a little bit behind my life. So,
and then I guess, where did you start? Like, what inspired you to first like start making videos?
Yeah. Okay. So when I was in 5th grade, my parents gifted me like this little Canon camera, and I was this like 10-year-old running around with this camera, filming everything, and like running up with my sister, like being like, get in my video. So I feel like filming stuff always came like pretty natural to me. I feel like I always loved like getting in front of the camera and just like talking. I was always the friend with like the private Snapchat story being like,
everyone,
hey guys, like get ready with me. And like I was filming get ready with me's in like high school, middle school, just to like my close friends, just to like yap. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that part always came natural, and expanding it into TikTok, like it really started like out of the blue. I don't think I ever like woke up one day and was like, I'm going to be an influencer. It was more so just something that happened over time. And I realized like, wow, my voice really has a power to impact people and create a change, especially like in the curly hair space. And I think it kind of was just something that came naturally, especially because that's always what I was doing as a kid, and I love it. So yeah.
Did you always see it like going to, I guess, where you've grown to now, or was it like a shock that people were tuning in every single day for all the videos you were posting?
Yeah, I think it definitely has come as a shock. Like, I think it happened really like overnight that I like just blew up. And I think it's interesting just to see like how big of an impact like my voice and like the advice that I give and the things that I say, what I recommend can have. And I think that's a part of the job, like giving advice to people and like sharing my opinion and my real world experience. I think the other side of it is that I didn't, like before I started making content, I didn't really consume content. So when I was on TikTok, like it wasn't like I was watching beauty creators. When I was in middle school, I watched like James Charles on and like Manny MUA on YouTube.
Did you get his palette?
No, I didn't get his palette, but I was obsessed with his like eyebrow tutorial. Like,
wait,
do you remember
I know exactly
song? Like, first you draw the bottom line. Yeah, I was obsessed with that. But other than that, I don't think I really consumed a lot of like TikTok content. I saw like, you know, the normal like lip syncing stuff, but I didn't know that it could even be a job. Like, it quickly turned into something that I do for a living. And I don't think I ever even knew that it could be that. Yeah. Like, honestly, like I had no idea.
How long did it take for like, I guess your page to take off? Did you feel like it was an overnight thing?
It's so interesting because I feel like oftentimes people are like, oh, what's the strategy behind it? Like, what's the strategy? What did you do to grow? But I feel like at the end of the day, I was just showing up and being myself. So it was something that really felt just like overnight. It's like you wake up and all of a sudden you have X amount, thousands and more followers. And
let's go look at where I film. Okay guys, so this is my bedroom. This is where all the magic happens. It's nothing too glamorous, but I just have my vanity, which stores all of my makeup, stuff that I used to film content. I also keep things underneath my desk, and then I have more storage on the left side.
How is your life, I guess, the progression of where you saw yourself before that year? How has that changed to like now where you're at and I guess your future?
Well, okay. So before I even started doing content, I was studying architecture here at Northeastern. And I still am. I'm still going with it. But I think before I started doing content, I think I was very like tunnel visioned of like, my life will look like one thing. And even now I'm sitting here, I have no idea what my life is going to look like. And I think that that's the beauty of it all, is that everything is constantly evolving and constantly changing. And I feel like I can't even honestly answer your question, like what my life is going to look like in a year, because I really have no clue. And I love the spontaneous aspect of it. It's like being able to kind of just like figure things out as they go. But I think like a year ago, or just like before I really got into this space, like I feel like I'm still trying to understand it. Like I'm still trying to navigate it and understand all the ins and outs, because I'd say I'm still pretty new to everything. But yeah.
So I guess going off of, I know you mentioned like you're an architecture student. How would you say, I mean, it's a lot to balance. Like at least I'm a student. I'm like, we're doing TFS and I'm like, God damn, like it's like crazy. I'm just like, I can't even wrap my head around how you're like managing everything. Like that's just, I don't know, like unfathomable to me. But I guess how would you say can balance everything, and like for any aspiring students?
Yeah, I'd say that the biggest word that I'd use is discipline. Like, I think I'm very disciplined with myself and like what I spend my time on. I'm also very, very organized. I'm super type A. So like everything gets a list, everything gets a schedule. And it's really interesting because I feel like this is something I've really been thinking about over the past year, is that when you're a student, I feel like our entire lives are kind of like shaped around school in a way where you're like thinking about school, and school is the first thing that needs to be prioritized. But I think for me, at least, it's been really interesting, like firsthand, when you all of a sudden have something that needs to be equally as prioritized as school, sometimes more. It's like kind of about like my internal judgment of picking and choosing like what needs to be done when, and what do I need to prioritize today? Because at the end of the day, social media is also my job. It's like the same way brands are looking at me for deadlines and submissions is the same way that professors look at me for submissions for homework. So I think it's all about balance and like understanding what needs to be done like when. I wake up very early and I go to sleep very late.
How many hours like a day would you say you sleep?
Oh, girl, not too much. No, I'd say I get 8 hours of sleep. Like
really?
Yeah, like 7, 8. Yeah, I go to bed at midnight and wake up at like 7 a.m.
Okay, yeah. Productive. Yes. I don't want to answer that question. I'm
like, are you sure? Yeah, I stopped doing all-nighters for architecture after my freshman year.
Wait, yeah, because I feel like I've heard, at least from those who don't know, Micah behind the camera, and like any architecture students that I like have befriended are like, we spend 24 hours in the studio. Like it is all-nighter after all-nighter. So like, I don't know, would you say like a picking and choosing your classes, or like a discipline as well?
I think that is like everyone's individual mindset, if I'm being honest. Like, I think that there are some architecture students where it's like, we're going to pull all-nighters for like everything. But I think once you realize like, you know what, like my sleep needs to be prioritized equally as much as this assignment.
My health.
Yeah, health comes first. Yeah, I stopped pulling all-nighters after my freshman year because I realized it really wasn't doing anything for me. And so instead, I just maximized the time that I was awake, which obviously sounds a lot easier said than done. But I used to like pull so many all-nighters. Now, if I have like a really important assignment that I need to get done, I will literally just wake up at 5 a.m. and it gets done.
Yeah.
So I'd rather, like, I'm very much on the wake up early instead of go to bed
late.
Early. It's not even late. It's like 5 a.m. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I retired that mindset. I really think like sometimes you need to pull all-nighters, but you can really get through the major without them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess shifting back to the more influencer side of things, like how would you say you're continuously staying inspired to make new content? Like, Do you ever feel moments of like, I don't know what to make, like I'm just stuck? Or do you feel like you're always like trying to find inspiration?
If I'm being like so honest, I really like, I just wake up every day with ideas, which I know is like really rare. And it's like, I'm very like, fortunate that I have that. But I think like every day I wake up and I constantly have new ideas, new things I want to create, like ideas of different like series or trends. And like, I think my mind, like, I don't know, it's so bizarre because I think like the way in which I process things and like also just like my community is really good at being like, Joy, like, can you tell us how to do this? And I'm like, of course I can. Like, and like, even down to like, I don't know, just, I have an entire notes app, like of just things like ideas I've thought of like months ago.
Yeah.
So I think if I ever do feel like I'm stuck, which is honestly really rare, like knock on wood, I just like go back to that list. And yeah, I love like getting in front of the camera. I feel like sometimes life gets in the way of me more than like me losing inspiration or idea. Like if I'm sick, I still want to record stuff when I'm sick. Like if you go to my account, I have videos of me literally with no voice on it because I just love getting in front of the camera and recording. Like I genuinely love it.
Rain or shine, every day some videos are going to be posted regardless.
Yeah.
So I guess then tell me a bit about like a day in your life then of, I mean, when you film videos, when you're, I know every day is probably really different for you, but just a typical like day in your life.
Typical day in my life. Like when I'm balancing class and content, I think I'm fortunate to only have class 3 days a week, which gives me 2 days to just kind of do my own thing and dictate my own schedule, which I love. But if I have classes on that day, usually what it looks like is I go to the gym in the morning. I get back. I film content before class because that's the best lighting in my room. And then I finish filming. I usually do some homework. Then I go to class. My classes are pretty long because I'm an architecture major. So then it's interesting because when I walk to class, I actually edit my videos. So I'm
always
like very,
efficient.
I'm like always doing something. There's a lot that needs to get done. So like I walk to campus, takes me like 10, 15 minutes. I like am on TikTok, CapCut, whatever I'm using. And I just like chop something up, post it really quick, go to class. I'm in class for X amount of hours. I walk back home and then sometimes I film more videos when I get back home. It kind of like depends what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm like any kind of free time that I have in my bedroom, I usually film. And other than that, I'm like, I'll like watch a movie with my roommates. We're watching The Summer I Turned Pretty right now.
Wait, how far are you?
Girl, I'm on episode 4.
What? What?
Like I literally just started.
Did you start because of all of the like commotion you saw on social media?
Yeah, it was just like I hated not being in on it. Like
wait,
but also don't spoil it because I don't know anything.
No,
like
no.
I started it because of social media, but I don't know anything simultaneously.
So so far who are you rooting for?
Me? Girl, they're all like
problematic.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so right now I'm editing my in-depth diffusing tutorial that has been very highly requested, but you know, I've had the footage for this video since like July, but it's just taken me a while to get to get its round shape because that's what my haircut is. So a lot of the time when I'm editing, I tend to like re-say stuff and I have to kind of cut it up to make it into one sentence, which is definitely tedious. I want my hair. And so I'll splice it and then it sounds what my haircut is, like a sentence. I put oil on in the middle of me diffusing. So right now I have a... I heard you wanted my diffusing tutorial, but you're gonna need to wait for the whole video.
How do you stay authentic to yourself when like making content for, I guess, thousands, millions of people?
Yeah. Well, I think the fortunate thing is that from the day that I started TikTok, I just show up. Like I just show up as myself. Like the person that you see through the phone is exactly how I am, like in real life. And so I think that my audience has actually made it easy to stay true to that because they started following me for my authentic self. So it's never like I had to deviate away from that and be someone else to like please people. Yeah.
I feel like I've seen so many things about how you can end up on like the right or the wrong side of TikTok. And I feel like it's I feel like it speaks very true to like who you are, that you're like on the side that you want to be. It's like people are like perceiving you like the way you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. So shifting a bit to what you've done, I guess, in the past, but how do you think, I guess, Sephora Squad has helped, I guess, grow your career, like change that trajectory that...
So I think Sephora Squad played a really big role in primarily connections and partnerships with more brands that are housed in Sephora. So also community. Like I have met some of my closest friends through Sephora Squad, and everyone is so genuine and just like the best people. I think when you're doing a career like social media that's so heavily behind the phone, it can be really isolating. So Sephora Squad really cultivated this community of like just everyone's doing the same thing in a different font, obviously. Like we're all creating content, so we're all in our little bubbles with like filming and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, we have each other to go to because we experience a lot of the same struggles. And the Sephora team's great. Love them.
What's been your favorite shoot so far?
Yes, so Sephora Squad does do campaigns. So it's kind of like two sides of things. So I either have like Sephora Squad campaigns or I have campaigns that are done outside of Sephora Squad. So there's two different kinds, but I have shot campaigns for Sephora. I think one of my favorite ones was I actually got to go in person and they shot it on all of their like big cameras in the LA studio, which was really fun. I think we did like 5 videos and like over the course of 2 days. But that was really fun. Also just like working on a team, being on set.
Which would you say you prefer, the makeup or the like hair side of things?
I love both. Like I think curly hair is like what I'm known for. I mean, my username is literally that girl with the curly hair, but I love makeup. I think I wasn't super big into makeup or just like knowing a bunch about brands before doing content. But as I've gotten more PR and like more, I guess, knowledge about different brands, I'm obsessed with it. Like I go into Sephora, it's like a field day. I just love like trying things on because it's like, oh my God, I heard about this new brand and this and this, and I saw my friend post about this. So it's like, I really love both.
Yeah. What's been your favorite, I guess, makeup brand in general, or like thing that you weren't exposed to before getting in this sphere? Maybe through like PR or like in like, your friend suggested it or something like that. Yeah.
Honestly, like all of the makeup, like I used to buy like I had like all the drugstore makeup. Yeah. And so I never had like the Sephora. I never had high-end makeup growing up. And so I think like the first product that I ever had that was in Sephora was like Burnett. Yes. But I think like one of my favorite brands that I've been exposed to, I have so many, God.
Name
like
them all.
Probably like Kosas, House Labs, Makeup Forever. Say like everything.
How is it working with a brand? Like, what is that process like of going through it and like finalizing if something's going to go forward, or just in general what that process is?
Kind of how the process works is like a brand will reach out to you via email and say like, hey, we have this campaign coming up or this product is launching. Like we would love to work with Joy to amplify it. Or, I forget what word they use. Okay. And I'm very fortunate to have a manager. I think I wouldn't be able to do everything I do without one, especially like with school and everything. But she kind of does all of the negotiation and everything that happens behind the scenes. But I do know a little bit. And so basically like the way that it works is the brand will reach out to you. My manager goes through kind of this back and forth of like negotiating my rates, and exclusivity is like a really big part of it. So if you're working on like a hair care brand, oftentimes they'll say like, you can't use these brands during this like X amount of time.
Interesting.
Yeah. Whoa. So, cause everyone has competitors, like at the end of the day, like it's like, I can't say who's competing with who, but but Yes, so that's how it works. And even like in makeup categories, like it's with a lot of things. And sometimes it will even be like, oh, you're promoting a lipstick. You can't use any other lipstick for a week after the post goes live, you know? So that's kind of like a little bit of behind the scenes. But after that negotiating stage, my manager will take the offer to me and see like, hey, Joy, do you want to accept this? Are you going to decline it? So it really is like my choice at the end of the day. And if I say yes, then it kind of goes through, I get a brief. So every brand like sends a slide deck being like, here are all the product details. Here are the things, the talking points you need to mention, things you need to have in your caption, hashtag, @ like main keywords, call to action of like, go shop this at Sephora, you know? And then after that, I make my content. It has due dates and all the good things. And then you send it into the brand. They review it. Either it gets approved, in which everything is done, and you post it on the day that they say to post it, or you have to do revisions. And so they'll tell you like, hey, can you fix like the 25 to 28 second mark and like cut this and add this instead. And yeah, it's kind of just like a little like back and forth of like figuring out what video is going to make you happy and the brand happy. And then it posts and goes live.
What's your favorite brand deal then that you've worked with that like you've actually also posted on your own page?
I just made one like the other day that hasn't gone live yet, but it'll probably go live like once this is posted. But I just did a brand deal with Glossier, and it was really fun because I think I took like a new like direction with it that I don't normally do. I think it was a lot more like about like close-up shots and like textures and stuff like that. It was a lot more, I think, like artsy, like more like fine-tuned aesthetic. And I really enjoyed doing that. But I also just love like when brands let me like just talk to the camera and like do my own thing and be authentic and make it feel like I'm on FaceTime. I think those also like do really well because feels like someone's talking to you, you know, and not just trying to be like, buy this.
Here is the promo.
But
So I know you just mentioned like having a manager and how much she's helped you. So what is like getting that, like, I don't know, I feel like that's the step that a lot of people will have to take at a certain point. So is that a complicated process? Is it like trial and error with like finding the right person?
Yeah, I think I was super fortunate with the first manager that reached out to me was the manager I still have today. I love her, and it's been a really great fit. And most of the time what it will be, I didn't get a manager until I was, I forget, maybe I had around, maybe I was approaching like 200K. I forget, honestly, but my manager reached out to me when I've been with her for almost 2 years now. She reached out in March 2024. March 2024. And it basically was just I think it might have been a DM. Okay. Usually it's a DM. Like managers will DM you on Instagram or like send you an email being like, hey, I'd love to chat with you about the agency that I work for. And then you'll like talk to them. I know a lot of girls go through like trial and error of like going to different managers, but I think I was really lucky to find a manager that I love.
Thank you. Because I curated this.
Yes, ma'am.
This is literally the background. I was like, this needs to
It needs to eat down. It needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Overconsumption Core. Okay. I guess we'll do a quick vanity tour.
Oh, cute.
This is like my PR collection, basically. So here we have mascara and concealer, highlighter and powder, blush. Lots of blush. Lip products, gloss, liner, lipstick, bronzer and some eye stuff, foundation, primer, sunscreen. This is like curly hair products, the beginning. These are like my hair tools and then some hair products that I need to use for videos. These are my curly hair products. Probably way too many. The way that I kind of organize things is like here we have all of my skincare, and then in this basket on the left, these are products for the brand deals that I have. So I kind of separate it from all of my other stuff because then it just gets really confusing. So I keep these separate. And then in this drawer unit on the left, these are where I keep curly hair products. I have this series called Curls Using One Brand. So I just keep like all of the brands that I'm gonna do that next for in here because I still need to try them out.
What's next?
Isima by Shakira. So I keep all of my extra PR under my bed. We have this box, which is like one thing, and this usually just has like stuff that I already love that I might need restocks on in the future. So we have like hair masks, moisturizer, and just like some of my favorite curly hair products. This is also where I tend to keep like the really good stuff that I put in giveaways. Oh. And then there's another one. Oh god, there's another one, but it's like so far back there, so I don't know if we're gonna reach it, but yeah, lots of PR, lots of products. So I tend to sort my PR like when I get it. So these are 2 bags of PR that I usually donate. So shout out Give and Glow. She's actually a Northeastern student too, and I bring a lot of my stuff to her.
How would you say being in the influencer sphere like has helped you? We just talked about like makeup, but how would you also say it has helped you branch into maybe the fashion industry and like any application there as well?
Yeah. Well, I think when I see, like, when you say beauty and fashion, I think I don't see it as like 2 separate things. I think beauty and fashion lie under the same entity because at the end of the day, the whole thing is about creating a look, you know? But I think connections are everything. And so I think like being a beauty influencer has really like given me different pathways to be in the fashion industry. I was just at New York Fashion Week earlier in September, and I was able to attend a few shows, which was super fun. And one of them was through Tresemme. So that was someone Tresemme is a hair care brand that I've worked with in the past. And they basically like invited me to the show. So basically Tresemme is the New York Fashion Week hair partner. So a lot of the shows, so a lot of the shows like behind the scenes use Tresemme products. And then they basically, Tresemme has an entire salon during New York Fashion Week where influencers and models go, and then you get your hair done. Yeah. And then you go to a fashion show and it's like Tresemme did your hair, you know?
Wait, cute.
So everything is connected.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Would you say, what was your favorite part? And like, would you say it lived up to your expectations? Or were you like, I don't know, disappointed at all? Were you like, oh wait, like I wasn't expecting that to happen? Or like, not in like a negative way, but just like something you weren't anticipating happening?
I think I wasn't anticipating how much happened. Girl, it's busy.
Bro, it's the show, it's the after party.
Yeah, it's the show, it's the after. I feel like the other thing about New York Fashion Week is literally everyone's in town. Like every hotel is booked out, every restaurant's booked out. Like
we were trying to go. Like, it's crazy.
The city is like a sardine can, for lack of a better word. Yeah, it's
everyone's like flocking in. Yeah. So, what was your favorite show or just in general part of it?
I think my favorite part in general was just like being with everyone and like being in the environment. I love just like the energy of creativity, and being around so many people throughout the industry, I think is really inspiring to see how like so many people go into one big production, you know? Yeah. I think my favorite show that I attended was the Aknavas show. It was, their collection was insane. They had like all of these like big frilly, like colorful dresses and pieces that were like super fun.
Besides New York Fashion Week, what other fashion experiences have you had, or like any other thing like that?
Well, I'd say like the biggest connection to what I do to like the fashion realm is just like clothing brands will send PR. And I was able to work on a campaign once for this jewelry brand called Taus. And that was really fun to like see all of their colorful pieces. They're like a jewelry brand that's based in Barcelona. So that was very fun. Just like getting to branch out into new things. And learning about new brands.
How do you decide which events or brands like you want to collaborate with, or like which events to attend? Because I'm sure you were like invited to so many, so it's like hard to narrow down which ones you like inevitably like want to go to.
Yeah. Honestly, I try and fit in as much as I can. Like on one of my days, I had 3 events in the same time span of like 3 hours. And it's just like you're running around like a fly, like trying to hit everything. And Manhattan's like huge. It's like you're trying to go uptown, downtown, fly that. Like it's like all over the place. But I feel like I really try and fit in as much as I can, just because I think a big part of this industry is like connections and making yourself seen and getting to know people. And I also think that's one of the most fun parts about it. So I try and go to as much as I can. Not really like picking and choosing. It's more like
how do I make it?
Yeah, how do I,
I want to make it to everything. So how do I do it?
This is Hourglass. You always know because they are the ones that use like the brown scruffy filling. So these are their new like holiday palettes that they came out with. I don't know if you guys are gonna be in the mirror, but it's kind of what PR packages are like. It comes with the product and then there's usually like a little note explaining like what is inside of the product.
How much are you looking at like your DMs or just like who's commenting what on your post?
Okay, fortunately, I'm like, my community is so nice.
Okay.
Like I don't get like hateful DMs. So I'm not like scared to go into my DMs, but I check them really regularly. It's so hard for me to respond to everyone. And I don't see a lot of them because Instagram specifically like filters some things out.
Like the primary general.
Yeah. So I don't see like all of them, but I do check it. And comments, I actually like, I know every single person that comments regularly on my videos. It's like,
really?
I think that a lot of people don't think that influencers notice like when you comment on their stuff, but like we notice. Yeah. Like I can probably point out like 10 accounts that I'm like, I know that they support me every single video. Yeah.
Wait, that's so nice though. So nice to know that you have that consistent following. And it's like, people are always like trying to give you positivity and like you can like know the account without like knowing the person, which like makes it feel so much less isolating.
Yeah. And personal. Cause it's like, oh, like you guys are here.
You're all here in my comment section.
Yeah.
Have you met any like, I guess, fans in person before? Yeah. How's that experience like?
It's always fun. I love meeting people in person. And just like a lot of the times the way that the interaction goes is just like, oh my gosh, like it's so crazy to meet you. Like you taught me how to do my hair. And I think that's exactly why I'm here. Like it just makes me feel so happy and it makes me feel like I did something right, because I think as long as one person is going off of my account feeling more confident and wearing their hair out, or like they learned something, I know that I did my job.
We're going to go into a quick like this or that.
Okay.
So like, well, not even, just like a quick little question. Okay. So what would you say is your favorite makeup brand?
Either Kosas or House Labs. Yeah.
Favorite product from those?
Okay, my favorite product from Kosas is Plump and Juicy Spray. It's not a makeup
Doesn't
product,
matter.
But it is their spray-on collagen serum. Love that down. And then from House Labs, I love literally everything they make, but their mascara, their concealers, their highlighter, like they just came out with these like contour sticks. Their bronzer, oh my god, it's so good. Everything they make is good.
Ugh. Okay, I'm being influenced right now. What would you say is your favorite brand that you've worked with?
Okay, I think the coolest like brand opportunity that I had was I worked on this campaign with Resource Curls, which love their products. They had this Love Your Curls campaign, and it was like basically describe what your curly hair means to you in one word. And for that campaign, I selected the word freedom, and my kind of like testimonial and like video was put up onto a billboard in Times Square. So I really like that. I think was one of the like,
drop it in
things that I've done, just because like obviously like seeing yourself on a billboard in Times Square is crazy, but also just what was behind like the message of that campaign, I feel like really resonated with me, especially like telling everyone my curly hair journey like online. I think it was like super special and sentimental for me.
Yeah. I know you make a lot, but favorite video you've made?
It's not one video, but it's a series that I started, which is actually starting again next month, unfortunately. But I started this series called No Slick Back November.
Dangerous.
Yes. And it went very viral. It blew up last year. And so I'm doing it again this year. Mm-hmm. But I think that was probably my favorite like series of videos I've made. Just because like getting to try new hairstyle, like it was just really fun to do the whole month. And I stuck with it. Like I really did.
Strongest soldier. I guess this goes along with it, but most viral video you've made.
My most viral video I made was I made this finger curl tutorial, and it like blew up like crazy. It like still gets traction today, but yeah, that was my most viral video.
Okay, a little different vibe, but favorite location you've visited or lived in?
My favorite location I visited, I was just in the Dolomites this summer in Italy. I was in Italy for a while, like a month, and I think it was, oh my God, like it was so beautiful. I loved it there. I'd definitely say top.
Okay, and then favorite thing about Boston?
My favorite thing about Boston, I think the pace, honestly. Like, I think when I was figuring out where I wanted to move for college, I wanted a city that was manageable. Yeah. Like I had the amenities of a city without the chaos of like New York City. And I think Boston has given me exactly that. I love it.
Boston or New York?
Ooh. I think, New York.
Next question.
Sorry. Please don't kick me off.
No, I feel like I did not give New York a chance, and then when I did, I was like, okay, yeah, the hype is there, but don't tell that to Northeastern University. Sorry. Shh. Okay. Last and final question, but I guess what tips do you have to becoming a successful influencer and just like getting to where you are now? Like one piece of advice you would have loved to hear.
Okay. Can I give 2 pieces of advice? Okay. So I think my first one is like in action advice. So I think the first thing would be to really question your why. So why do you want to create? Like, why do you want to come online? I think these days, like it's really like a lot of people are aware of the like PR and the events and things that come with being an influencer, which I feel like has swayed a lot of people into like that being their motive. But I feel like it's really important to think about what is your actual reason for wanting to make content, because I think on that scale of things, it's like a lot of people want to be an influencer, but then try and mold themselves into what they think an influencer looks like. Yeah. And that is, in my opinion, losing like all of the authenticity and realness of it, which is what is going to make you stand out, because at the end of the day, nobody's you. That's what's going to differentiate you from everyone else. And then I think, my second piece of advice, like tied into that, is literally just authenticity. Like be true to yourself and come onto the camera and show up as you are. Like, I don't know, just be unapologetically yourself, because that's what's going to like allow you to go, even if the results aren't coming in, even if videos aren't going viral, like nobody's seeing it. It's like you're happy because at the end of the day, you're showing up, being true to yourself. Yeah. And I think that's my advice.
And where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on TikTok at that girl with the curly hair.
Go follow.
On Instagram at Joy Burnett.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
You ready? Oh, God. Okay. What would you say is, I guess, one fact about yourself or something about you that maybe people don't know that you wish people did?
Oh wait, I can't say what I was gonna say. No, because this sounds so sentimental and like.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say how I lit my hair on fire when I was.
Wait, keep it real.
No. Wait, I feel like everyone knows that.
Because like you tell everyone like a lot about yourself, or do you feel like people are just like nosy?
No, I think I'm an open book.
Period.
What you see is what you get.
Yes. Why yes?
Wait, I'm trying to think. Like, something like, I love calculus.
Wait, whoa.
Like, cut that.
Ow.
I'm an architecture major. What did you expect from me?
Wait, calc, which number? Like calc 1, 2. What's your
Cut it.
Because the question's done.